What's up guys, how are you? Hope all are you doing good. So today is our lecture number 10 in the series of basic C language programming, in which we are trying to cover these topics. First one is your switch versus if else ladder, second one is your go to statement, and the third one is basically two programs. First one is related to switch case and the second one is the logic for prime number. Okay, so let's start it and try to learn it from scratch. So what is the basic difference between switch and if else ladder? So the first one is a float expression cannot be using in switch case. Means if you write in switch case any float expression, this is not valid in C. Okay, if you write it as switch, this is the I your statement, and this value is actually integer. Okay, so you have to take integer value inside the switch case. Okay, the second point is you cannot use the case statement in that manner, like you want to take any operation inside this case, you cannot use it actually in same manner. Or you can say it's cases can never have variable expressions. Okay, you don't have to use any variable expression inside cases. Okay, यहाँ पे लिख भी लेते हैं, don't use any variable expression, don't use any variable expression. Okay, next point we have to see is multiple cases cannot use same expression. Okay, that thing is actually if you want to say is as you write case 3 here, and the second you write it as here case 2 plus 1. So this is not valid in C language. Okay, if you want to use it, you can directly write it at case 3. Don't write it in same manner. Okay, don't try to use it in same manner because this is not valid in C language. I have to tell you that the basic difference between switch and if else ladder, that is basically first three expressions. The fourth one is switch case is actually 10 times faster than योर इफ एल्स लेडर. 10 टाइम्स आपका क्या होता है इफ एल्स लेडर से, जो आपका ये स्विच केस है फास्टर हो रहा होता है. मतलब जो प्रोसेसिंग है या कंपाइलेशन टाइम जो है उसका एग्जीक्यूशन है प्रोग्राम का, वो 10 टाइम्स आपका फास्टर होता है स्विच केस जो है वो इफ एल्स लेडर से. ओके, सो द सेकेंड थिंग वी आर लर्निंग हियर इज एक्चुअली गो टू स्टेटमेंट. What is go to statement? First we see it, then we will try to execute it from the code. So let's start it. So the 35, 36, 37. Okay, so this is the go to statement in which we are trying to cover what is the basic difference between a go to statement and what is the actual use of go to statement. So what basically go to statement does is actually it throws execution from one link to another point of execution. Okay, so ये go to statement क्या करता है, आपके एग्जीक्यूशन को एक पॉइंट से उठा करके और दूसरे पॉइंट पर ला देता है जहां पर आप उस स्टेटमेंट को डिक्लेयर कर रहे होते हैं. ओके, सो दैट्स द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन गो टू स्टेटमेंट. सो इन प्रोग्रामिंग वी आर जनरली डोंट यूज द गो टू स्टेटमेंट. So you don't have to use it in your programming language. I have already tell you that it is only a statement. I have to tell you because it is the part of programming language, so I told you. Okay, so what basic go to statement does, so let's understand it. First we made a variable name of goals. Okay, in it you have to give value by user. So let's give it value as 5. Okay, we give it value 5. So what it does, it checks condition here if goals value is less than or equal to 5. Yes, condition is true. So what it does here, condition is true, then this line will execute. What this line does, if you use go to SOS, what go to statement does, it will throw it to SOS where we declare it. SOS को जहाँ पर अपन ने डिक्लेयर किया है उस जगह पे ये एग्जीक्यूशन को भेज देगा. दैट्स द बेसिक डिफरेंस. When we come to this SOS statement where we actually declare it, it will actually print to err is human. Okay, so this thing will print in your program. So what is go to statement basically try to do, it will execute from one point of execution to another point of execution. That's the basic structure of go to statement. So we understand it. Now we have to understand one more program in which we are trying to learn the basic use of switch case and how to declare its syntax, what is the basic points in which we are trying to cover you. So let's understand it. So this is the problem number 1 for you. Let's try to do it from your own using the switch case. Okay, so in this program first we made 4 variables, declare 4 variables. First one is a whose value is 3. The second variable we made is actually 4, and the third variable we made is actually c. Okay, and now we have to do one process in variable c, that is we have to subtract value of b with a and we have to store it in c. Okay, so first subtract value of b from a, of b from a. Okay, so let's do it. b की वैल्यू आपकी कितनी है, 4 है, उसको 3 से अपन ने सबट्रैक्ट कर लिया तो आपकी जो वैल्यू आ रही होगी बेसिकली क्या है, वो 1 है. एंड वी हैव टू स्टोर दिस वैल्यू इन ए वेरिएबल नेम c. सो व्हेन वी स्टोर दिस वैल्यू store this value 1 in c, then what we have to do, we have to go to execution point of switch. So what basically switch does, it will take value of c switch 1, then it checks condition. ये आपकी कंडीशन, ये आपकी दूसरी कंडीशन. सो देयर इज आर 2 कंडीशंस बेसिकली, एंड यू हैव टू टेल व्हाट इज द आउटपुट ऑफ दिस प्रोग्राम. So pause the video and try to do it from your own. So if you give me answer that this is true, first answer if you do give to us this is true, and if you give to me second answer this is wrong, so I will tell you that both of these answers are wrong. Okay, these both answers are wrong because it is the output is its syntax error. I will tell you in previous slide that I will first see you, then I will tell you. Yes, in this I will tell you that you cannot use case expression in this manner. Okay, because it throws a syntax error. That's the basic difference, that's the basic point I want to tell you. You don't have to use the variable expressions in your program in switch case. Okay, so this program will throw you the execution of syntax error, it will throw to you. Okay, now how to use it? If you want to use it, first either write it as case 1, second declare it as case 2. Okay, you can declare it in this manner, not in this manner. If you use variable expressions, I will tell you not allowed in C programming language in switch case. Variable expressions are not allowed. Okay, are not allowed. Now we will see one more program of prime number in C language how to write it and what is the basic logic of prime number. First we see it, then try to learn its logic. Okay, so first thing we understand what is prime number actually. So prime number is a number, लिख लेते हैं साथ ही में, prime number is a number, prime number is a number that is divisible by 1 and itself. So what is prime number? Basically the number which is divisible by 1 and itself. Let's take one example. If we take a number 5, so what is the factors of 5? 1 and 5. So it is divisible by 1 itself, 1 and 5 itself. So this is the prime number. Okay, if we take 8, so what is it? Its factor we basically do, then it is divisible by 1, 2 and itself 8 से तो आपकी डिविजिबल होगी, उससे पहले आपकी किससे डिविजिबल हो जाएगी? 4 से भी डिविजिबल है. ओके, देन इट विल डिविजिबल फ्रॉम itself 8. So the condition is it have to divisible by 1 and itself, but here two more numbers 4 and 2, it will divisible from also these numbers, so it is not prime number. Okay, so if we have to make logic of this program, how we will make logic of this program? So let's understand it. First we will simply include a header file named stdio.h. second we int main. Okay, the third one is we basically declare two variables, int I, and the second one is what number you actually want to see, that is prime or not. So first see its लॉजिक क्या है इसका, ये समझ लेते हैं. फर्स्ट सी लॉजिक. सो लॉजिक इसका क्या है? बेसिकली आपको एक लूप चलाना है. ठीक, लूप चलाने के बाद आपको लूप 1 जो चलाना है, लूप 1 के अंदर आपको कंडीशन चेक करनी है कि आई की वैल्यू 1 से शुरू करना है और जो नंबर है नंबर की वैल्यू तक लेके जाना है उसको. ठीक, और उसके बाद क्या करना है, अंदर एक कंडीशन इफ स्टेटमेंट की मदद से चेक करनी है. इफ n मॉडुलो i इज इक्वल टू 0, और तब आपको एक काउंटर वेरिएबल लेना है और उसकी वैल्यू को क्या कर देना है, 1 इंक्रीज कर देना है. देन व्हेन वी चेक दिस, इफ काउंटर वेरिएबल वैल्यू इज ग्रेटर देन 2 और इट इज equal to 2, then it is prime number. If it is greater or less than 2, then it is not prime number. Okay, so let's try to write its logic. So first we have to scanf %d and then we will first run a loop for I is equal to 1 to I is less than or equal to n I plus plus. Okay, so then we check a condition. If n modulo I is equal to 0, then increase the value of counter variable. So here we have to declare also a variable that is actually count. Count's initial value will be equal to 0. So we have to increase the value of counter variable. Now we have to next check the condition. If count यहाँ पे एक और आपका करली ब्रेसेस लगेगा. इफ काउंट इज इक्वल टू 2, then you have to printf it is prime number, otherwise it is not a prime number. Okay, so that's the basic logic. Try to understand, it is not a prime number. ठीक, okay, so now we will return here, sorry इधर लिख देते हैं हम return 0. Now if we run it, what we basically try to see in this program, we take value of n is 5. Let's try to dry run. Okay, so we take value of n 5. Then what we have to check. Okay, यहाँ पे अपन क्या करते हैं, एक टेबल बना लेते हैं. ठीक, that's the table in which first we take value of I, there is value of n, now value of counter variable, then we check it. Okay, so start from value I is equal to 1, value of n is 5. Okay, then here we come and check condition. Is 1 less than or equal to 5? Yes, condition is true. Come inside and check condition. n यानी 5 मॉडुलो i की वैल्यू कितनी है 1 इज इक्वल टू 0. यस, कंडीशन इज ट्रू. If condition is true, what we have to do, basically we have to make counter variable value is 1. So the counter variable value will equal to 1 now. If then we have to make value of I 2. Then again we check condition. If condition is true, yes, condition is here 2 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is true. What we basically do now, again we check here 5 modulo 2 is its value equal to 0. No, this condition is not true. What we have to do now, make value of I 3. Then we have to basically check condition again. Is 3 is less than or equal to 5? Yes, condition is true. Now we have to again check here 5 modulo 3 is it equal to 0? No, condition is not true. Again make value of I 4. Then we check again, condition is true, 4 is less than or equal to 5. Then we again check inside the loop that 5 modulo 4 value is it equal to 0? No, condition is not true. Then again we make value of I 5. Check we condition. Then we find that the condition is true here once again. Now inside this loop we check 5 modulo 5 value is it equal to 0? Yes, condition is true. Then what we have to do, make counter variable value 1 to 2. Okay, we have to increase counter variable value by 1. Now the counter variable value equal to 2. Again we make value of I to 6. Then we again check condition. Is 6 less than or equal to 5? No, condition is not true. What we have to basically do, we have to come outside this loop. Then we again check condition here. If now we have to check, is counter variable value is equal to 2? Yes, condition is true. The counter variable value is actually now 2. Then we have to print that it is prime number. That's the basic logic. If we check for value 8, what we basically do here inside, जैसे ही आप 8 के लिए करेंगे तो फर्स्ट वी चेक फॉर 1, इट्स वैल्यू इक्वल टू 0. सो काउंटर वेरिएबल वैल्यू इक्वल टू क्या हो जाएगी आपकी 1. Now we check for 8 modulo 2, its value is also equal to 0. Now the counter variable value will be equal to 2. Then we check for same as 4, then also its value equal to 0. Now counter variable value equal to 3. Now we check that the value is equal to 3. So is it prime number? No, here condition will be false, then it will not be prime number. Okay, so that's the logic for prime number. I will tell it. You can do one program for your own. I will give you as a DPP. You can do it. I will tell you in next class. That is basically swap two numbers. The second program you have to do from your own, that is actually number is even or odd. third program you have to do is largest number among n digits. So these are three programs which you have to do from your own. I will tell you in next class what is the basic logic for these programs. Okay, so that's from my side in this class, guys. If you like our content, then please like, share and subscribe to our channel. And if you have any query, you can ask it in comment section, or you can join our group Code for Mode, where you can ask your problems to me. I have also an Instagram handle C_language_programming, where you can also ask your questions from me and my team. Okay, thank you guys, have a nice day.